Let's start today's video with 3 things I'm currently obsessed with. Number 1, Super Mario Odyssey. I swear that game is better than it was when it came out. It is aged like fine Goomba meat, and we are playing it on live streams on the channel. I'm playing it by myself. You should play it if you haven't, or if you haven't in years, like go back. That game is really, really good. Number 2 is the Star Wars Unlimited card game. The pre-release events were last weekend. The game officially comes out this weekend. I think it's an amazing new take and twist on CCG action, quick battles, awesome battles, and of course, I'm also obsessed with Marvel Snap. The new season is Avengers vs. X-Men. It's fantastic. If you have yet to jump into Marvel Snap, I wish it was on Switch. It's only on mobile and PC. But it's so darn good. So, good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Now on to the Nintendo news. Yes, I know you guys are expecting that, and of course, that's what we're going to deliver. A bunch of games are coming to Nintendo Switch with sweet new release announcements, and we have more evidence that Mario Day is building to something really big. Plus, that whole emulation saga is over, and Nintendo won. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hit that like button if you enjoy these videos. Engaging with the videos is the best way to support what I do. YouTube, I'd say, is harder than ever. I've done this now for 14 years. It's harder than ever. It is a tougher landscape than ever, so your comments, your likes, your reposts, all that stuff really, really helps. Joining the live streams, all that stuff, really trying to bring you guys some fun, and I appreciate all of your support. Yuzu does not appreciate Nintendo, and likewise Nintendo does not appreciate Yuzu. I discussed how emulation, this whole lawsuit, a bit of a dicey subject, because on one hand, emulation, like pirating Tears of the Kingdom over 1 million times before it came out, bad. Preserving games that game companies don't care to preserve and allowing you access to titles you've already purchased, good. Nintendo sued Yuzu, and rather than extending it out into a full court case and a big battle, Yuzu just gave in. Yuzu just caved. They paid Nintendo $2.4 million, shut everything down, and said, we tried. We had good intentions, but we tried. And I think their statement is actually quite honest and quite nice, and does make me feel even more gray area about this whole situation. Hello, users and Citra fans. We write today to inform you that Yuzu and Yuzu's support of Citra are being discontinued effective immediately. Yuzu and its team have always been against piracy. We started the projects in good faith out of passion for Nintendo and its consoles and games, and we're not intending to cause harm. But we see now that because our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware, they have led to extensive piracy. In particular, we have been deeply disappointed when users have used our software to leak game content prior to its release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans. We have come to the decision that we cannot continue to allow this to occur. Piracy was never our intention, and we believe that piracy of video games and on video game consoles should end. Effective today, we'll be pulling our code repositories offline, discontinuing our Patreon accounts and Discord servers, and soon shutting down our websites. We hope our actions will be a small step toward ending piracy of all creators' works. Thank you for your years of support and for understanding our decision. Now, when I think of piracy and emulation, I think of people that say they're against piracy, but like they really know what's going to happen and they don't care. I get the sense from that statement that like they really are about the preservation and the rights of video game ownership. I feel like the Yuzu people actually are good people, and now I do feel a little bit like Nintendo played Big Bad Wolf and blew their house down. Maybe Nintendo should have just found a way to work with Yuzu to shut down the parts that nobody likes, the piracy parts. That's probably just like wishful thinking and impossible to get rid of one without the other. Yuzu probably knew it had no case. Nintendo could go in and say, we're coming for you, and they say, we're done. It is the end of a big emulation era on Nintendo Switch, and I agree, piracy is wrong. Circumventing technological protections to play Tears of the Kingdom early and for free is bad. But emulation as a whole should not be something that is made illegal, and these companies should not have a stranglehold on the way that we enjoy our games we already own if they choose to not support them. I do feel weird about this situation. It's over, it's done with. I don't know if there'll be another Yuzu-like service. I feel like somebody's going to try once Switch 2 comes out. Somebody will probably try still on Switch 1. They'll probably make attempts and efforts, but I do believe that this quick win and this 2.4 million quick payout from Yuzu to Nintendo is a warning shot to others to not try. Between Doug Bowser, not that Doug Bowser, the other, between Gary Bowser going to jail, not Doug Bowser, but Gary Bowser, for his emulation website debacle, and now Yuzu getting shut down, Nintendo has made it clear they do not support emulation. They do not want you to do it. and they will punish you. That means that the likelihood of a major effort to start emulation is riskier than ever before and probably more unlikely. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, but yeah, I feel very weird about this one. I do not feel weird, though, about the Mario Day hype continuing to grow. It's Wednesday. We heard nothing about demos or trailers. I still think Thursday is a prime day, and then up to Sunday, we have our hoping. Now, the Hong Kong Nintendo site listed some interesting events today, and I want to point them out because I think they just go to reinforce what Pioro has said. First of all, they're having a big special event. You can go buy special stuff, you can go meet Mario, get your picture taken, but you can also demo unreleased games. They include that there is Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Super Mario Bros. Surprise, whatever the heck that is, and Princess Peach Showtime. Now, I think the Mario Surprise might just be a translation issue, and it's actually just going to include old Mario games, but the fact that they're presenting a Princess Peach Showtime demo this weekend for you to come and play in Hong Kong, like, I know we can't go to Hong Kong, but I think we can go to the eShop. And so I think this really does correlate because they're putting a demo for the public to play in Hong Kong. I think that's going to line up with them putting a demo out for the public to play on the eShop. It just basically goes to reinforce that Pioro knows what's up. Duh, he knows what's up. He is the greatest leaker of our generation. And so I still think we're getting that Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion Mario goodness. I continue to see hype about a Mario Direct, and it's not going to happen. There is not going to be a Mario Direct. They will use Twitter to reveal these announcements and make a good time of it, but there's not going to be a Direct. I just think the fact that Hong Kong is having an actual Peach Showtime demo, when Peach Showtime was not demoed anywhere else previously, indicates that that is coming. And you could argue that maybe Pioro got confused, that this Hong Kong in-person demo is actually the demo he's heard about, but I don't buy it. I don't believe it. Pioro is batting 100%. That's insanely rare. If you're a baseball fan, you know that that's like impossible. So Pioro is the impossible one. The Muad'Dib! I'm really obsessed with Dune 2 as well. Phenomenal movie, and I cannot wait to play Princess Peach Showtime with y'all. We'll stream it soon as it drops, and we'll check it out, and we'll see if it's as good of an adventure as it looks to be with all the variety and spice that the princess can bring to the Switch table. Speaking of the Switch table, we got 3 games coming our way that we didn't know about yesterday. One being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed, coming out later this year. No trailer, but these nice screenshots. I honestly love the art style because it's so reminiscent of the recent movie, and I love that movie. I thought it was such a good animated film. Seth Rogen did an amazing job with the casting, with the jokes, with the cultural references, with the art style, and I liked the story and the action as well. This game is coming in at a budget price of $40. It is a 2-player co-op, more of like a 3D game than like a side-scrolling beat-em-up, so that has me intrigued but also worried. I'm not expecting this to be great, but if it ends up being good, that would be really fun. I think the Turtles deserve to have a place in gaming, and they showed that so much with the 2D titles that released a while back and were so darn good. Shredder's Revenge is a top-tier title on Nintendo Switch, and I can only hope that TMNT Mutants Unleashed is halfway decent. Now, I know Darkest Dungeon 2 is double decent because the first game is fantastic on Switch and the sequel just got rated. Currently, Darkest Dungeon 2 is only on PC, but ratings board listings popped up for all the platforms, including Nintendo Switch. So if you're a fan of really dark, moody, difficult roguelites that punish you and curse you and just try to ruin you, then Darkest Dungeon 2 is for you. It's got a very unique art style, and while I do find the gameplay a bit repetitive, Darkest Dungeon 2 to Darkest Dungeon 1, it still is a very good game, and it still is worthwhile to have on Switch. Just know that it's like, it's a bit depressing. Like, it's not that bad, really, but like, your characters get cursed, they die, they have trouble, they can't overcome their insanity or their anxiety. It's a little sad. It's actually really sad, but it is coming to Switch at some point soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this at a Direct or an Indie World. It seems like an announcement that would be worthy of that type of a show. And then our friends at Ubisoft just dropping a Switch game out of nowhere. It's not Far Cry though, so don't get your hopes too high. It is a glorious UbiArts game, or at least a sequel to a UbiArts game, Valiant Hearts Coming Home. Now, Valiant Hearts was an awesome original title that Ubisoft made way back in the day. It has come to Switch along with other UbiArts games, and this is a sequel that was previously a mobile Netflix games exclusive. And magically, it's just out on Switch tomorrow. It's already out in Australia and Japan, and it's coming in North America and Europe tomorrow. This is the sequel, the follow-up. Gorgeous art, a moving story, and just really nifty that Ubisoft, known for open worlds and towers and all sorts of icons on the map, does do interesting things. There's another UbiArts game that I really like that Child of Light. It's a sweet RPG. It's on Switch. If you haven't played it, Like, I think it's a really, really good twist on the formula. It's got a very nice active time battle system that is, I don't know, it's not Paper Mario, and it's not Final Fantasy. It's in between. It's just really cool. I recommend both these games. Valiant Hearts and Child of Light are awesome UbiArts titles, and I hope that Valiant Hearts Coming Home is super good as well. If you can hear these super loud in the background, I'm getting my yard weed pulled today. Weed cut, I guess. It's really overdue. The growth is legitimate, and the growth of the Switch continues. There are so many games on the eShop, so many more coming, and we should be getting more announcements soon, including the release date of Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion, and a Princess Peach demo, which I cannot wait for. So I will see you tomorrow. Could be a very big day. I think Thursday is when they start to announce some stuff. They've been posting these Mario videos every day. Feels like tomorrow is time for them to cash in. So we'll be there. I'll let you know. Until next time, though, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. Thanks for watching. SwitchForce out.